Coach, you guys just won a tough one against Mayville. I mean, you guys were down in the first half, but came back and persevered in the second half to come out with a win tonight. How do you guys feel about that?
Well, anytime you get a win, it's huge. And first of all, hats off to Mayville. I thought they played well. Every time we play them, it's always a battle. They play that kind of funky 2-3 zone, and they kind of scramble, and they get you a little bit out of sorts. And you got to stay disciplined. And sometimes you get playing undisciplined at times with passes and things, and they force you into some turnovers that you normally wouldn't have. And so their defense is very good, and the way they scramble around. And but credit to the players. They came around that second half, and especially the last 5 minutes of the game. I think Amy Pelzer had made one shot in the second half, and she knocks down three key shots late. Tatum Sheely, what can you say? It was one of a career high and one of her best efforts as a college player to score 24 points. Sarah Duran stepped up and scored some points for us tonight. It was a unique game because it was more like a all guards type game instead of like traditional guards and posts. So anytime you can get a win, it's great. But anytime you can get a win and play a style that you're not used to or you probably won't see much, that's another feather in the cap.
What have you guys worked in practice? I mean, coming from Tuesday, playing Northland and that stuff, still kind of not shooting that three ball really well. But now, I mean, tonight and then stuff, you guys shot 33% at the end of the game. But they seem to be going down a lot better than usual.
Well, it seemed like we just had so many in and out shots tonight for a while there, and then they finally started falling. We've been working on our zone offense because we knew Mayville was going to play this kind of 2-3 scramble zone, and so we've been working a lot on that. So I think that helped because we certainly got a lot of open shots. We just needed to make a few more of them. But we did when it counted and down the stretch, and that was key. And I thought we did a good job of making some free throws down the stretch to ice the game. Amy Pelzer hit 2 free throws when we were up 3 with about 30-some seconds to go, and that was huge. You have to do those things to close out games against good opponents.
Just kind of once again too, like you guys have proven that you have kind of a long bench in that stuff. I mean, especially with like Tatum and that stuff coming off, getting 24 points, team high. Talk a little bit about that. I mean, you guys you're a young team, but you have the starters, but you have a bench too that you can fall back on.
I really feel comfortable with all, we dressed 13 people tonight. I feel comfortable with all 13. It was one of those games that was hard to get everyone in, and ideally you want to play as many as you can, but the bottom line is you're trying to win the game, and it's hard if you're subbing every 5 seconds, constantly. So it's nice to have the depth if someone gets in foul trouble for matchup reasons defensively, or if you need a key shot offensively. So yeah, it is nice to have some depth, and I think that's something that's continuing to develop and something that I think can be a strength for us going forward.
You guys got a kind of a week off here now, just practicing and that stuff. What do you guys take from this game now that you're done with the non-conference and do conference play next weekend against Minnesota Crookston?
Well, we've seen some contrasting styles. Pittsburgh State and Fort Hays were really big, more half-court type basketball. Northland, we just, they had kind of a short bench, and we were able to get out and everyone got to play a lot. And then today, Mayville, I thought they played with great intensity. It was kind of a conference-style game from that standpoint of you got to come ready to play and play intense and make good decisions. And it was a close game at the end, and we won a close game. So hopefully all those things that we've done throughout the non-conference will carry forward and help us be successful in the upcoming NSIC.
Tatum, just kind of talk a little bit about tonight's win against Mayville State.
Well, the first half wasn't really going our way. They were hitting a lot of shots, and we couldn't hit the bunnies. We missed a lot of layups, and but the second half we persevered and we came out. We started slow, but at the end we started hitting our shots, and all around really good team win.
How does it feel? I mean, you came off the bench, scoring 24 points for the team lead. Mm-hmm. I mean, how big is that? I mean, you're not starting, but you're coming off the bench and really showing yourself and kind of showing who you are out on the court too.
Yeah, well, Coach before the game yesterday, he's told me that matchup-wise, he's gonna start me on the bench, and that's fine with me. I gotta be ready to play whenever, and it's good to have some people coming off the bench that can score, so keep some guessing. So it felt good. I wasn't hitting some shots, but I kept shooting, and eventually they started going in, so it was all good.
The big thing at the end to kind of keep you guys ahead in the game, I mean, free throws. You guys were making pretty much every single one. I think you maybe missed one or something like that. Is that something you guys work on a lot in practice and really try to work on those? Because, I mean, that's crucial. That wins games almost, too.
Definitely, yeah. Every practice we definitely do free throws, and It's a big part of the game. I mean, it's an easy free throw. Even pros miss them, but it's something you have to take time, and we do take time to try to hit them when we can, and we hit them down the stretch tonight. So it was good.